Good morning. It's Thursday, April 2nd. Here's what we're working on this morning. Forced amalgamation in Niagara region has been put on hold for now.
RS 25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next.
4 astronauts, including a Canadian, have embarked on a high-stakes flight around the moon.
DeRozan, right down the lane. Oh, DeMar vintage.
And 2 former Raptors come back to haunt the team. Thanks for joining us. As I looked up at the full moon this morning, I thought, wow, it takes 4 days to get there.
Yeah.
It was like, it's nice and bright, so guiding their way there.
Yeah, not much traffic though, so that's a good thing.
No, that's good.
Yeah, there's no traffic there. And it's nice.
Well, there is, but let's hope they avoid it.
Yeah, exactly. The skies have been fairly clear overnight, which is nice. We are going to see a bit more cloud cover, but we thought the cloud cover was going to push in a little bit earlier, so that would, obstruct the view of the full moon. But yeah, enjoy it while we have it. But today we are going to get those clouds rolling in, and we're going to get some showers. Now today we are going to be below seasonal for the high for the day today. Oh, but wait for tonight. Right now we're sitting at 0. We do have a wind chill. The winds are fairly strong this morning. They're gusting to almost 50 kilometers an hour right now. That camera behind me has really been dancing. But the temperature today, as I said, is going to climb from 0 right now to +5, and then tonight the temperature will go up to 15 by tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow we're going to climb to 21 degrees. We'll see a little bit of sunshine for the day tomorrow, but today showers, tonight showers, and possible thunderstorms with that approaching warm front, and it's really going to push our temperatures up. So we'll talk about that coming up. Quick check on the roads. 403 and Waterdown Road is doing fine. No problems there. No problems really on the major routes at the moment. Some MTO traffic cameras, Nikola Tesla Boulevard. So Toronto bound lanes toward the Skyway coming towards us. Now Toronto bound coming, Toronto bound still coming towards us on the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge. Same here at Bronte Road, and basically there's no problems on the QEW. All doing fine. Even in the Hamilton area right now, we're no problem. So we'll check the weather forecast and the traffic watch coming up. Right now, the news.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Forced amalgamation in Niagara region is off the table for now. CHCH News has learned that new legislation is expected to be introduced today by Ontario's Municipal Affairs and Housing Minister. It's meant to help solve the governance issues in the Niagara region. But the legislation, we're told, won't be solely limited to Niagara, and it will allow the province to determine how municipal governments are set up in communities across the province. The legislation will also likely include the change to a mayor's-only Niagara Regional Council, as former regional chair Bob Gale had recommended before he stepped down. Premier Doug Ford said last month he was still keen on amalgamation, but would respect the wishes of the majority of the mayors.
A train derailment Monday in St. Catharines is still impacting GO train service. Early Monday morning, 13 CN rail cars derailed on a stretch of track near Glendale Avenue and Keele Street in St. Catharines. There was a spill of polyethylene pellets used to make household plastics. The damaged cars have been removed. However, GO train service on the track is still suspended between Niagara Falls and Confederation. There are GO buses running between Niagara Falls and Burlington GO, but Metrolinx says bus service is limited and can't replace the capacity of GO trains. It's strongly encouraging that riders reconsider non-essential travel leading into the holiday weekend.
Police across the Greater Toronto area are stepping up patrols around Jewish places of worship and community spaces now that Passover is underway. Toronto Police and York Regional Police both say they'll have an increased officer presence in neighborhoods, grocery stores, and other areas throughout the week-long holiday. Rotating command posts will be set up at synagogues as well as at Baycrest Hospital and the Ledbury Jewish Center. There were shootings last month at 3 synagogues in the Toronto area.
Canada is weighing how it can help stabilize one of the world's most critical shipping routes amid escalating conflict. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand is joining officials from more than 30 other countries gathering in the UK today for talks on reopening the Strait of Hormuz. She says Canada may contribute support after a ceasefire, including intelligence, naval resources, and specialized expertise in demining operations. Experts caution Canada's role may be limited due to military constraints, while emphasizing diplomacy remains key as tensions spread across the Middle East.
In a televised address last night, U.S. President Donald Trump says the war with Iran is, quote, nearing completion. The address was his first since the beginning of the military operation.
We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
Trump also outlined what he said were his reasons to strike Iran. He said it is the latest step to ensure the country does not obtain a nuclear weapon, with military action, quote, necessary for America's safety and for world security. He also criticized his White House predecessor, saying presidents before him should have handled the Iranian regime. Trump also lauded the efforts of the U.S. military, calling the armed forces extraordinary.
The federal government's new 30 days for free policy for issuing passports takes effect today. If it takes more than 30 business days to process an application, applicants will be refunded for the full cost of their passport or travel document fee. The new 30-day guarantee does not include mailing time, and the standard won't apply to all services, such as urgent and express services.
The latest chapter in space travel has successfully lifted off from Kennedy Space Center last night. The Artemis II spacecraft launched with a mission to orbit the moon.
RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
And on that voyage, Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen and 3 other NASA astronauts. It's the first time that they will orbit the moon since 1972, and the first time that a non-American is traveling beyond low Earth orbit.
We've never flown Orion with crew on board, so that's pretty important. I mean, understanding the Orion spacecraft is paramount in this one to progress on to integrated operations of Orion with a lander. Every day we're getting data. It says, it was mentioned from the get-go, this is a test mission for sure. No crew have ever ridden this before. We'll keep gathering data over the next 10 days. We'll share updates, but we'll call success when they're in the water safely, and we'll start working on the next mission.
And just so you know, that they have alarm clocks as well on the mission, so they're supposed to be enjoying a 4-hour nap at the moment. They will be awakened officially at 7 a.m. Eastern Time to perform an orbit test. A Hamilton school choir got the chance of a lifetime performing at the Rogers Centre yesterday. In front of a near sellout crowd, students from Annunciation of Our Lord Catholic Elementary School sang both the Canadian and U.S. national anthems ahead of the Toronto Blue Jays game against the Colorado Rockies. The performance was months in the making. Their arts teacher said staff has been pushing for the opportunity since last season, and after a number of rejections, the team asked for an audition tape this winter, leading to a callback. 59 students took part after weeks of practice, making the moment one they're not going to forget.
Jays did say, okay, maybe 125 is a little bit too much to fit into our infield, so that's fair. So I took a little bit more of our more experienced singers, the ones who have been in the group longer, just so that I can honor their commitment to the vocal ensemble. And then when we took our students, we just rehearsed the songs as many times as we could to make sure they were all ready for game day.
And those who took part say it was an incredible experience.
I can say they also did better than the team yesterday. More on that in a moment. A couple of former Raptors came back to haunt Toronto on the hardwood.
DeRozan right down the lane. Oh, DeMar vintage.
DeMar DeRozan scored 14 of his 28 points in the fourth quarter, and Precious Achiuwa had 28 points and a season-high 19 rebounds as Sacramento beat the Raptors 123-115. DeRozan moved past the great Dominique Wilkins and into 17th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list as the Kings stopped a 4-game losing streak. Canadian R.J. Barrett and rookie Colin Murray-Boyles each had 20 points in the loss, which dropped Toronto to 7th place in the East. After opening the season with a 3-game sweep of the A's, the Blue Jays lost their first series against lowly Colorado. Tyler Freeman delivered an RBI single in the 10th inning to give the Rockies a 2-1 win over Toronto in yesterday's rubber match. Kevin Gausman was excellent again, allowing just 2 hits while striking out 10 over 6 shutout innings. The Jays visit the White Sox tomorrow.
For the Scepters, Harmon from the point, Turnbull with the steal in the feed to Connors. They score!
Claire Dalton scored her first PWHL goal 57 seconds into the third period, and it proved to be the winner as the Toronto Scepters beat the Ottawa Charge 2-1. Last night's game was the latest in the league's takeover tour, which drew more than 16,000 fans to the Saddle Dome in Calgary. The win pushed Toronto past Ottawa and into the 4th and final playoff spot with 5 games to play. What a wild and wacky game in Colorado, where one of the worst teams in the NHL beat one of the best teams in the league. Marcus Pettersson scored the winner with 5:39 left as the last-place Canucks blew a 4-goal lead before beating the league-leading Avalanche 8-6. Brock Besser had a hat-trick to help Vancouver snap a 6-game slide. Wearing the old Quebec Nordique uniform, Nathan McKinnon became the first player this season to reach 50 goals. So we already know that the Bridgeport Islanders are relocating to Hamilton's TD Coliseum for the 2026-27 American Hockey League season. Yesterday, we learned that the team will hold its practices at Harry Howell Arena at Clapperson's Corners in Flamborough. The city of Hamilton says a new state-of-the-art 2-level training facility will be built at the arena exclusively for the club. Check out this shot from Canada's Matt Dunstone at the World Men's Curling Championship in Utah. He held the hammer in the 10th end against Switzerland yesterday, needing to draw to the button, and Dunstone delivered in the clutch, leading Canada to an 8-7 win. The Manitoba rink then beat Czechia 9-5 for their 6th consecutive victory, improving the 8-2 and clinching a playoff spot. Canada plays Germany and Norway today. Sport Hamilton kicking off its 3rd annual 30 for 30 challenge, where participants pledge to walk for 30 minutes each day during the month of April.
Our New Year's resolutions are kind of going down the tubes now, so if we could just get up and moving, and it's always good for our physical and mental health and just helping everyone just be a part of a beautiful community.
I was there last night as well. Great turnout. You can register for free at sporthamilton.com/walk30. Wentworth Griffins can hoist the Robertson Cup as Allen Cup Hockey League champions tonight, leading the best-of-5 final 2-1. The defending champs host the Stony Creek Tigers at Harry Howell Arena starting at 7:30.
All right, away we go. 13 minutes after 6 o'clock on this second morning of April, Thursday. We're looking at traffic. 403 Waterdown Road hasn't changed. It's still pretty light in Hamilton. 403 Lank, Red Hill Valley Parkway, all doing okay. So let's check some MTO traffic cameras on the QEW, see if we can find anything. QEW at Martindale in St. Catharines, there's nothing to see there. Nikola Tesla Boulevard hasn't changed, still doing fine. Toronto bound towards us. We'll flip way ahead to Fairview Street, looking good. Ford plant all the way through Dixie Road. No problems on the QEW this morning. We do have a problem in the Caledon area, Highway 9. We've got a closure around Gore Road there. Obviously, we don't have any cameras there. All right, let's go to the temperature that we have this morning. The temperature sitting right on the freezing mark. Now, the winds are really strong this morning already. Maybe you've heard them throughout the overnight. The winds now are northeast 40, gusting to 50, and they'll stay strong throughout the day today. And that's going to keep our temperature feeling cool today. So 5 degrees, that's all we'll get to. That's below seasonal. We did get to 5. It took a long time during the day yesterday to get there, but today 5 degrees. It'll become cloudy. We'll get some showers on and off throughout the day, and we also have, now that red line is approaching us. That represents the leading edge of the warmer air, and that's going to push in overnight tonight, and the temperatures will go up tonight, and then the frontal boundary goes through and the temperature will start to drop off after that. Tomorrow is going to be a mild day, but today we'll struggle. I mean, 9 and 10 degrees for Niagara Falls and Lake Erie, Cayuga, Simcoe, but the rest of us 5 and 6 degrees, 9 for Niagara Falls, but we'll see some areas will see a bit of sunshine to start, and then it'll become cloudy with the showers. Tonight, this is not a typo here. 15 degrees is where the temperature will go up overnight. I mentioned the warm front going through, so 15 to 13 degrees tonight. It'll become foggy, but chance of showers and thunderstorms with that warm front going through tonight. And then tomorrow, all the way to 21 degrees. We'll see a bit of sunshine. There'll be chance of showers in the morning, and then it'll be mainly cloudy. So a little bit of sun, temperatures 21, okay. It'll be fairly breezy though for the day tomorrow. So out the door, second morning of April, it's mostly cloudy. It is windy, and our temperature right now is sitting at 0. Long range in a few minutes. Annette, Rick.
Okay, in just a few minutes as well, we're going to say good morning to Emily. She has a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. And in business news, Toys R Us Canada has been cleared to put itself up for sale. Let's say good morning to Emily at 6:17. What's coming up in Chit Chat?
Hi, good morning. Well, we are going to be talking about a C-3PO head that sold for almost, well, I'm not going to give it away.
Okay.
It sold for a lot of money.
Okay. A lot.
A lot.
As these things usually do.
Yes, yeah. And it seems like another animatronic Disney character was also having a little bit of a bad day at work.
Yeah, this one's like
so good. It's so
Animals
bad,
are
but
involved.
It's so good. Yeah. And the pitch, that, medical drama show, it's heading to theaters. We're going to chat about how we feel about that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks very much. Checking the markets right now, the Canadian dollar dipped slightly to 71.88 cents US. Gold is down $145. Gold is up, wow, nearly $7 this morning to about $107 US a barrel. Midday trading in Europe, London, Frankfurt, and Paris are all down at this hour.
Rough day on the Asian markets with Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai all posting losses. And at the close yesterday on Bay and Wall Street, the TSX, Dow, and NASDAQ all finished up on the day.
Toys R Us Canada has received court permission to put itself up for sale. A judge has approved a process that will see the struggling retailer ask for investments or buyers for either the business itself or its assets by June. Court records show Toys R Us Canada's assets are valued at $126.8 million. The business will have at most 18 stores by the time a potential sales wraps. It's possible a buyer will scoop up the entire business, or multiple purchasers will buy pieces of it. Toys R Us Canada filed for creditor protection in February.
The federal government is allowing Ukrainians who fled the Russian invasion one more year to apply for work permit extensions. Ukrainians who arrived in Canada before March 31st, 2024 will now have until next year to apply to extend their work permits by up to 3 years. The government created an emergency program to allow Ukrainians to apply for work and study permits in 2022, shortly after Russia's full-scale invasion of the country began. With the war still raging in Ukraine, those visa holders have asked for a path to permanent residency, saying they've established lives here in Canada.
SpaceX has reportedly filed confidential plans for what could be the largest IPO ever. Two sources say Elon Musk's space exploration company has filed preliminary paperwork to sell shares to the public. The initial public offering could make Musk the world's first trillionaire. Several investment banks are said to be lining up to help raise tens of billions of dollars. Musk wants to fund his ambitions to set up a base on the moon and possibly one day send humans to Mars.
We're going to take a quick break. Brian is going to be back with your traffic update and your 7-day weather forecast, which includes the Easter weather forecast. Stay with us.
6:23, it's Thursday morning, the 2nd of April, and we don't have any problems on the roads right now. QEW at Glendale is doing fine through St. Catharines. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge really hasn't changed a lot. Toronto bound towards us. Same here east of Bronte. No problems at Sheridan and Mississauga. And the 403 at Dundas up from the Ford plant. No problems at all. So things are moving quite nicely. Temperatures this morning, we're still above seasonal for this time of year. 0 for Hamilton and Mississauga. +1 Toronto, +2 into Grimsby. A seasonal overnight low this time of year is -1. So, all right, we'll take what we can get. 8 degrees for the daytime high. Those are our sun times and records for today. Yeah, fairly gray day with showers today. So we could get some showers by the first bell. We're going to be around 0. 3 degrees for after school. We'll get some showers then as well. The temperature will continue to climb to 5 degrees after that. So 5 in showers today. Look at what happens tonight. Temperature goes way up to 15 with the approach of that warm front. We'll get showers, possible thunderstorms tonight with fog patches as well. Tomorrow for Good Friday, all the way to 21 degrees. Now, a bit of showers in the morning, but then it's going to become mostly cloudy. So, you know, it could get better as the day goes on, and warm, actually. 11 degrees on Saturday with showers. It cools off on Easter Sunday to 5 with showers, and then some sun comes back, but oh, definitely cooler for Monday and Tuesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Rick.
Thanks, Brian. The chief mouser at number 10 Downing Street in London stole the spotlight during a news conference by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
It was a rather a grim end for a mouse. Larry the cat went hunting in the building just behind the camera.
While the Prime Minister was speaking about the rising cost of living, 19-year-old Larry the cat was doing what he's hired to do. Cameras caught him pouncing on a mouse outside the Foreign Office, playing with it, and then dragging it to the back door at number 10. For lunch. Larry's been on official mouse removal duty since arriving at Downing Street more than 15 years ago. He came from an animal shelter to help with the rodent problem at the Prime Minister's official residence. Larry has the best X account.
Yes,
it's the only reason I am still on that platform is to follow Larry. They think he's about 18 or 19 years old. They're not sure of his exact age, but yeah, he's still at it. He's still at it.
He deserves a raise.
I love seeing all the photos. You see the leaders coming in, foreign leaders coming into the residence, and Larry's just there, like either looking in the window or like looking at the door, sometimes running out the door. It's awesome.
Just creeping in the background. Keep doing what you're doing, Larry. Yeah. Stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live.